Instead of starting with a definition, I'm going to start with an example so that the definition is going to be very easy to understand. So let's presume that A offers to B something and says that this is yours for £10,000 in cash. And obviously £10,000 is a lot of cash, it's a pretty significant amount of money. So we can presume safely that it must be something very valuable that A is offering to sell to B. And now that we have looked at this very simple example, it's time to move on to the definition to see what exactly in this example makes it an offer. Because in a later video you will see that I will introduce you to another term, that is an invitation to offer or an invitation to treat as it is more commonly known. And in that video you will see that not everything amounts to an offer, that is not every statement is going to count as a valid offer. So we will contrast an offer with an invitation to treat, and in another video we're going to look at both of these in detail together. That is, we're going to distinguish between an offer and an invitation to treat. But now that I have given you a heads up that not every statement is going to count as an offer and that you do need to look at another video either in my lecture series or elsewhere, that there is something called an invitation to treat, let's move on to the definition of an offer. Right, so as always, I'm not going to read out the definition. You can pause the video and read it out for yourself if you want to. I'm going to directly explain the key terms of the definition so that you can easily understand what it means. So the key take-home message, that is the key idea in this definition, is the fact that when one person makes a statement to another person, the person who is making the statement, and in our example that person is A. So the question is, does A intend that the statement that he is making to B is going to become binding on A himself as soon as B does what A has demanded, that is what A has required. So the question is, when A makes this particular statement that it's yours for £10,000 in cash, can you see clearly from this statement that A has indicated to B that he intends to be bound by B's action, that is by the fact that B is going to pay this much amount to A? Does A clearly indicate to B to be bound as soon as B accepts what A is asking for? And if the statement clearly does indicate this to B, then it amounts to an offer. Why? Because the key idea is that A has conveyed to B the fact that A is willing to be bound by B's action, that is A is willing to transfer the relevant property, let's say it's a car, to B as soon as B gives the relevant amount, that is £10,000 in cash, to A. So to repeat once more, the key idea behind an offer is that it has to show a willingness on A's part, that is the person who is making the statement, that A intends to be bound as soon as B does what A has required, that is as soon as B accepts what A has asked for. So any statement that clearly indicates a willingness to be bound is going to count as a valid offer. Of course, there are certain specific requirements of what counts as a valid offer in the eyes of the law, and we're going to look at the formal definition shortly, and in another video we're going to look at all of the elements of a valid offer in detail. But in this short video I'm just discussing the definition very briefly. And before I end this particular lecture, I want you to have a look at this statement again and ask yourself, don't you think that the statement that A is making to B indicates very clearly that A intends to be bound? That is, in this statement there is no room for uncertainty, there is no room for doubt as to the fact that A definitely intends to be bound as soon as B does what A has asked for.